Hello, Smuzzy here. I'm going to shut the door before the whole house thinks I'm a mentor. They already know I'm a mentor. Right. It's Modelling Corner! It's Modelling Corner. I've got what every smodeler needs, which is not only a nice fresh cup of tea, but it's got... Elmo loves you! Fucking love this mug. I got a thing for mugs. I went through a little stage of just buying tons of mugs. Love them. Don't know why. I've got, right, things every modeller should need. An old paintbrush, because you don't mind getting it screwed up. And a custom dead end Herald of UNICRON. I've got to do some more on the wings because they're not quite right. But then I think what I'm going to do now is going to mask a lot of that, sort of. So, what have I got today? I've got a new screwdriver to do up the screws in the arms. Bought it specifically from a model shop. Hope it works. Not going to play till I've had a play and then close it up. But take that and then take this, which is a sediment clay specifically made by a very clever man, Mr. Flory or Flory Models. He used to have the most amazing YouTube channel, and then he did a forum and a website and stuff like that, and before you know it you had to pay for it. I'm not fucking paying for it. Lots of other people do modelling programs, but this stuff is just it's a sort of alkaline stuff. It's a bit stinky, but it's got clay in it, and you've got to shake the bottle, and then what you do, and then you won't be able to see bugger all, but we'll give it a go anyway, is you just splat it on so it looks horrible, like that. Straight out the bottle. I've done it before. I know it works. Can you see it's all sitting in the horrible murky recesses? And you do that over the whole subject. Yeah, I'm painting the subject today. It's not a model, this is the subject. So you just lather it on like that. And you can have a couple of stabs at doing this. You can do this and then move a couple of bits and that sort of thing. But last time I spoke about this, I had told you that oh, that's right. I told you that I put a couple of coats of gloss. Now he's got 2 coats of Humbrol gloss, which wasn't anywhere near as glossy as I thought it was going to be. I don't know if that's anything to do with my paint finish or anything like that. But it's not the end of the world. It doesn't bother me. I've given him some asymmetry because he's only got one of his shoulder horns in. I thought, because I'm changing the character, and the honest reason for that is partly asymmetry is good and it gives him his own character, and B, for some reason this side is glued in and the other side wasn't, so I left one of the horns in and decided that I like asymmetry, which was lucky really, because it was tough and I didn't have any fucking choice. I don't know, what shall I talk about while I'm here? Work's going extremely well. Let's talk about YouTube for a moment. I'm thinking of it, but I'm not that sort of determined about it yet, because I'd quite like to do a Facebook style group for our little gang. And when I say our little gang, really what I mean is anyone on my subscriber list and I watch, and because the people that, you know what I'm saying, because generally YouTube wise, on the most part, most of the people that I watch are also subscribed to me, and you've got the occasional others like the Americans like PR and Bulk Matrix, who I'm quite enjoying. He seems to be pumping out too much material at the moment, and he seems to have lost, in the nicest possible way, he's lost his joy of doing it, and he's now just talking about toys, which is something that sort of does my head in a little bit. I don't like when people do that. At least when Optibotamus does videos, he's still really passionate about the video, the toy that he's talking about, even if sometimes I don't really like how he thinks about things, but whatever. So yeah, I'm thinking, because they're going to change the way that you are subbed to people. Forgive me for knowing all this knowledge, but I watch things like Philip DeFranco and BuzzFeed and stuff like that, and so I do tend to keep up with. I enjoy YouTube as a medium and not just a way of me talking about Transformers. I enjoy using it as a fact-finding mission. If there's something that you don't know, YouTube it. The chances are it's on there and that sort of stuff. So I enjoy it for much more than just... Oh God, I've been waffling for ages. I enjoy it for much more than just cat videos and watching people that are far too old to play with toys. Play with toys. Mr. John, please make a video. I know you said that you were busy, but it's just not good enough. Not acceptable. I'm going to get to the end of this, and then that's probably going to be. I've just. You can all see how liberal I'm being with this. Now you can't do this with Ray's method of using a spirit-based paint and then going back and rubbing the top off. The reason you can't use it is because if you do Ray's thing with the spirit-based stuff, you're going to cover such an area of the figure, of the subject, that it'll all dry and you'll just end up with a really murky piece of crap. So there's some of it done and some of it not, okay? So if I turn him around like this, you can easily see that the bits that are clean look a bit dull and shiny and new, and I'm thinking this is the Silver Surfer basically, and I sat there with this whole really clever thing in my head of what I thought of a backstory for him. I often find when I'm painting something, if you've got a backstory and you know what's happening, it gives you a real idea of where to go, and I sort of imagine stuff in my head in a comic book sort of style and think he'd look like this, or think he'd look like, or behave, or think. So he's Silver Surfer. I think he's the Herald of UNICRON. I think it tortures his soul about the damage that he's done, yet because he was renovated by Unicron, as we know, Unicron controls him. So the reason why he's the Herald of Unicron is because I think he does what the Silver Surfer does, which is go on ahead, find places, and then Unicron comes, go nom, 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 and eat them up. I've got an afternoon off, which is why I'm doing this. I haven't had an afternoon off since I've been working my fucking ass off. I have been just working my ass off doing stuff. In fact, I think I've run out of things to... Do you know what? Last time I did one of these, so many of you, and it was like a 25-minute video. It was a really long vid, and I didn't realise it was going to go on that long. But it was while I was airbrushing, and loads and loads and loads of people left really nice comments that just said, this should have been boring as sin, but I watched the whole thing from beginning to end. Now that's A, because, you know, as Time Lord said, how are you, Matthew? I hope you're well. I hope the new house is nice. Timey actually said in one of his Let's Drink Something Disgusting videos that I was a good waffler. And I don't know why I really like Matt's stuff, and I really miss him doing videos. But at the same time, I'm going through understanding why he doesn't do the videos, because I'm feeling a bit stagnant about robots. I've really got a robots buzz on at the moment. I'm really like, fucking robots. But the downside and the honest truth of it is there's not an awful lot about that's really turning me on, and that's because we're at that horrible, horrible stage in between series where one thing's just finished and something else is going to come, and unfortunately the thing that's going to arrive to rekindle everyone's fire is going to be the fourth movie, and we all know how people feel about that. Me especially, because I bloody love it, but everyone else seems to think it's a load of old pony, especially that Mess, that Mr. Mess. He doesn't like it at all. It annoys me. I think I'm going to turn that off now. I think I waffled about what I wanted. Oh, there is one thing. There's one last thing. We'll see. If you got to this point, I watch a car audio video thing on a regular basis, and he always says this, and I quite like his style. If you have got to this point, if you are a true Smuzno warrior and wandered through fucking however long this is of me just going on about shite, put here, I got to the end of the video because I did a Beast Hunters RC video that just seems to have got lost, and a couple of people have said on the video that maybe it's one of those YouTube videos that just disappears into the ether and YouTube for some reason don't send it to people's boxes and stuff. Share my vid. Just go and share my vid. I don't mind that I only get, 150, 200 people watch the videos. That doesn't bother me at all. But when virtually no one seems to watch the video and I think something's gone a bit weird, I don't really want to re-upload it. But if you'd be kind enough to just publicise it for me, just this one, I'd be most appreciative. My name has been SMS number 1. And I'm going to finish doing this because you lot don't want to listen to me waffle for ages. Do ya?